Hello everybody. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about my newest addition to my arsenal is the 2017 Obsession Turmoil. Really happy with it so far. I'm really excited. I've had it for about 2 months. Wanted to have it for a little while before I talked too much about it, so I knew how it would perform, how it would handle for me, and how I could shoot it. Make sure I could shoot it as well. This has got the new hybrid DE cams on it, and they come with a let me spin this around. Comes with a draw stops on both cams that these things right here spin around when you get a full draw, and they hit the limb here, making it to where it gives you a really solid back wall. It's super stiff, and you definitely, I mean, you can't draw it any further because they're hitting the limb, and then once they're timed right, it's smooth. This bow, the MSRP on this bow retails for about $6.99. It has one of the things that Obsession has always had, and I'm just kind of new to Obsession myself. I've always shot Hoyts, but in looking back at their previous years and models and everything, they've always had this real big fan style riser up here in the top side. Well, this one, as you can see, is much more kind of standard, and it stays about the same size all the way up. And they say that that's where most of their money savings is coming from, and how they're able to offer this one at a much cheaper option price point for folks, is because of the machining cost difference as well as the savings in aluminum. It comes with the limb savers already installed in the split limbs for you when you buy them. It came with black and red strings on it, but I've got a buddy that makes strings, and they're really nice, and so I went ahead and had him put these on, and so I've had these on since day one. They are not. I've never put an arrow through the factory strings, so I can't really talk to you about the quality of that. I've heard some kind of mixed reviews as to how well they hold up over time. It does have the 2017 cable guard on it. This is super simplistic. It's just a piece of Teflon this thing slides up and down on. But I've probably put 1,000 shots through this bow in 2 months, and I haven't had one bit of string wear, no issues. Now I have waxed it a lot. I've tried to keep on top of it, and I've watched it since I knew that might be an issue. I've waxed it and kept up with it, but I haven't had any problems, no fraying, no issues there. This bow is a speed bow in my definition, at least. Is the IBO's at a 350, even though and that's at the 70-pound model. I'm shooting the 65, mainly because I'm just planning on doing a lot of tournament shoots, a lot of 3Ds, and didn't really want to be pulling 70 pounds all day long for a whole weekend kind of thing. 65 still gives me, I think the IBO on that is like 344. And with my setup, I think I'm shooting somewhere in like the 320 range. I'm really happy with that. I think that is, really fair. And if it really gives me those kind of numbers consistently, I'm super happy with that. I think that's a lot better than most bows on the market. And especially since it's for shootability. I mean, it does have a 6.5-inch brace height. It's 33 3/16 axle to axle. But it's very forgiving in my mind. It balances nicely. I do have a 8-inch bar on the front and a 6-inch bar on the side, and if I took the sight off, I don't even need that sidebar at all, and it just stays like flat in my hand. It doesn't need it at all. My sight, it does weigh a little bit. That Trophy Ridge React 1 Pro is pretty heavy. So I put that sidebar on the other side, and it just balances it perfect. And it's totally dead in the hand. Whenever it goes off, it doesn't jump, it doesn't move, it doesn't roll. It just stays right there, and it's really nice. They offer it in a 40, a 50, 60, 65, and a 70-pound draw weight models. All of them are with 80% let off, and they believe it's 25. Yeah, it's 25 inches to 31 inches draw length. Maybe 32, but I think it was 31. I don't have that in front of me. The you know, I'm shooting a 28.5, and it works really well for me. The cam is really aggressive. Like I said, I shoot a 65 in this. I'm really glad I got the 65. The 70 pound, I probably would have said, I'm just not happy with this at all, because the 65 had me worried at the beginning. I was, I'm not a weak guy. I shoot 70 to 74 pounds on my Hoyts. And I do that all the time. And to pick this bow up and shoot at 65 and have to struggle to draw it was surprising, because it loads up so fast. I think it was in the first 3 inches you're pulling the full draw weight, and then it doesn't start letting off until the last 3 to 4 inches. So that's a pretty good distance that you're going to have to pull that full draw weight, which is maybe something that you can kind of use to determine which weight you wanted in that regard. I think that for speed purposes as well as for hunting purposes, I don't think 60 pounds. I think that's going to be fine. I don't think that anything. I don't think you have to shoot the 70 as long as you have the right arrow selection, and obviously shot placement's key in that regard. They only offer it in the black or the Realtree extra green option. That's another way, a money savings area, I think, for them, that they just decided they were only going to offer it in those two options and configurations, and they were going to, if you wanted something else or any crazy colors or anything, you were going to have to go to their other flagship models. Anyway, I think I've just about talked myself to death on this, so let's go outside, shoot it for a little bit, and we'll talk a little bit more out there, and now you guys can see how it shoots. Alright, so we're outside now, and out here on the range. I'll put a couple of arrows through here and kind of talk a little bit about what I've done to the bow, what I've experienced with the bow. Of course, now we've got to mow the grass next door. Anyway, I did have a custom set of strings made for this in some colors that I liked. I'd heard mixed reviews based on previous experience from other folks about Obsession's original strings, and since I've got a real good buddy that makes some amazing strings, I was like, you know what, let's just go ahead and put some brand new ones on right from the start. So I never shot the original strings. I don't have any personal experience with it. They may be great, they may be junk, I don't know. But I've got the Trophy Ridge React 1 Pro on here. I've got the Dead Center Archery 8-inch bar on the front and a 6-inch bar on the rear, and it comes from Obsession with the limb savers in the split limbs. I didn't do that, and I've got a QAD Ultra rest on that. Other than that, I'm shooting the Spartan Black Eagle Spartans with a 100 grain tip. This is a 350 spine. Hopefully everything goes well here. I'm just at 10 yards for this example. It's going to be kind of hard to show you any further distance back. But anyway, I'll try to draw it a little bit slow so you can kind of see how the cams roll over, and then I'll exaggerate how I hit that back walk so you kind of see how dead that thing stops with the draw stops. So let me back up. And then, I'm lightening up a lot here, and it's not running away, and then it takes, so it does give you a little bit of play in it. It's not terrible, and and once you get in the let off, I mean, I'm holding the let off right here, and this is not bad at all. And luckily we were shooting at 10 yards there, because yesterday I was shooting at 50 and forgot that I didn't move my sight for this conversation, so shot a little bit high on that one. And again, now I don't know if you'll be able to pick it up on the audio here or not. I do have a slight rattle that I I have narrowed it down to it being the sight. It's not the bow. When I first got the bow, one of the draw stops did loosen up on me a little bit, and sorry, I was crowding the camera there. One of the draw stops did loosen up on me, and it moved. Luckily, I was able to get that back together, back where it needed to go, and it's not that crazy difficult to do. Anyway, and again, I mean, this thing is just absolutely blazing fast. If you're looking for a bow that is really fast speed, it's lightweight, and economical on the price range, and that you can load out with some accessories, and you're gonna hang in there with all the top dollar brands out there, this is definitely, I would say, an A+ option for you. I'm thoroughly impressed with my decision to pick this up, and I mean, it's almost half the price of my Hoyt that I got, and I've had this bow for a little over 2 months. And I haven't touched my Hoyt at all. I haven't shot it at all since I got this, and so I feel like I'm cheating on it. So let's put one more through it here. And see, we'll just walk this down here and just show you a little bit. I mean, and granted, this is 10 yards, so if I missed it at 10 yards, then I'd be really doing something bad. This is the one here that I shot high with because it was on my 50-yard pin. But then I've got, you know, the 2 X's here. Again, like I said, if I missed it from 10 yards, I'd really feel really bad. But I also got to show off my big boy archery target here a little bit. Just picked that up as well. If you're interested in reviewing that, I do have a video up of that. I'll put the link for that in the description as well. If you have any questions, and if I've left off any information, please let me know. Comment below. I'll try to answer you as quickly as I can. Thank you for watching.